Shut up and sit down.
Good evening or good morning. It's like 1 in the morning. I am at the Medina County Safety Rest Area. I've never stayed at this one before. Sorry, I've got all the bugs on my window. This is about an hour west of San Antonio on the 90. So the 10 kind of goes up diagonally from San Antonio and then across to the west coast, the same 10 that I lived on in Los Angeles back in the day. But this is on the 90. Very small, much smaller rest area, smaller parking area. There might be more parking on the other side, I'm not sure, I don't think so. And then there's like a truck RV section behind me. Over there in that building in the distance, right there, like, you know, right over the way, is a little museum as usual in these safety rest areas. And then you have the bathrooms. There's no showers, but the bathrooms are really nice and you can learn something about the history of Texas. There's vending machines. There's also picnic areas, as you can see. You can, there's like a little playground, probably, again, one of the world's smallest playgrounds, but it's good to kind of stretch your legs. And yeah, so this will be my home for the night. And tomorrow I'm going to Kickapoo. I'm not going to Kickapoo, you dirty people, you dirty bastards. No, I'm not. I'm going to Kickapoo State Park, or a natural area, and I'll be there camping, well, sleeping in the van. I'm staying there overnight tomorrow night, Saturday, and then Sunday I'm going to Devil's Sinkhole. You have to take a tour. So I'll be doing that Sunday morning and then going to Garner State Park, and there's some nice hikes. And then Monday, if I'm done with Garner, I'll go to San Antonio, ride the Mission Trail, which is one of my favorite bike trails. It's 20 miles through 5 missions and the Alamo. And I've done this like ride probably about, I don't know, 100 times. And then I may go up to Austin and go rock climbing, or if I find an indoor rock climbing place in San Antonio, I'll do that. And then Monday night I will head back to Houston. So yeah, that's kind of my weekend. So yeah, and then I get my bumper put on next week, so super excited. And the catalytic converters actually sounds super amazing, the new one that I have. Really smooth drive, and hopefully more gas mileage and all that good stuff. So I'm tired. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So this is where I'm at here. And yes, I have 2 cell phones. You should always have 2 cell phones. So I'm at Kickapoo, just so I like the name. And it's super windy, but look how cool she looks. Oh my god. All right, I gotta go find my campsite. I gotta use the restroom too. So, all right, here we go. This is my campsite. So I was gonna be over on the tent area, and this is where I'm at. So it's actually like right by the visitor center, which is really not a visitor center. It's just a little shack, and then the wind blew the door off that little red shed over there. So yeah, so this is good. It breaks a little bit from the wind. It's super windy. The roof rack is held up well. It hasn't moved into hitting my max fan, which is good. But I did tie it down. I'll show that a little bit later, and probably in a different video, on how I put the roof rack together. But I reinforced it so it's not going to slide left and right. Okay, so I'll go find the trail. This is the Kickapoo Cavern State Park, and I'm going to come back at 12:50, and hopefully I can get a spot on the cave trail, or the cave tour. So they only allow 10 people, but they said some people cancel, so I'll come back at 12:50. There's really not much else to do here. There's just, you know, a couple trails, probably like 10 miles of trails, just one trail really. And then maybe I'll just drive around for a little bit and come back a bit later for tonight. So I'm not quite sure what else is out here. It's quite nice though, quiet, different. So, okay, let's go. This is the start of a 6.7 mile hike that loops around, and then later after the cave tour, if I get a cave tour, I'll come back and do another hike up here. So very rocky, and yeah, so this should be fun, hopefully steep. It's just funny, this is actually like the high desert kind of area. You see a lot of cactuses or cacti. I don't know what the protocol is for naming them, but I shall call them the cactuses. just kind of combine words together when you don't know what the words mean. Anyway, okay, so yeah, hopefully I can do this in the next 3 hours. Probably take me an hour and a half. So I'm a pretty advanced hiker by now. You got to get your hike stride. So I have a spinal disability and lower back, actually it's my lower back, lumbar region, my pelvis, and I actually have not a lot of feeling in my legs. So that's why I can do a lot of like running and hiking and roller skating, rollerblading, longboarding, you know, what else, ice skating, all that stuff, like running every day, because I don't have a lot of pain down there because I can't really feel my legs. So, you know, but if you want me to do a push-up, no, push-up is not happening. So yeah, this is good. It is 40 degrees. It is cold. I am in a beanie and I've got a fleece neck gaiter, which is the first thing I've ever had in a long time when it comes to cold. But blue skies and sunny, so just like Texas, it's freezing cold and not doing anything. Okay, let me figure out where I am. My hands are cold. It feels so good to get out. It's been about 3 weeks because I had the issue with the catalytic converter being stolen, which you can see on another video. This is beautiful. Oh, I always feel alive, and I'm like basically the only person that's ever out here on these trails. And I always wonder if I've missed an apocalypse or something. I'm like, okay, well I guess I'm safe from the zombies or the aliens or the comets. But by the way, if you watch that movie on Netflix, it's hilarious. It's not like funny that, you know, the comet destroys the earth and stuff like that, but oh, that was a spoiler. Okay, well anyway, go watch the movie. Sorry. No one watches these videos anyway. So I'll just shut up now and just keep hiking. Yeah, follow me for more movie spoilers. Sorry. I have no idea what this is, but that does not look like a very comfortable visit to the toilet there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, don't use this toilet.
Take a look up all around you. Primarily what you see is limestone. This whole area of the state, of the country actually, used to be a shallow sea. That sea stretched from what's now the Gulf, Mediterranean, all the way to the Arctic Ocean. Going west, it stretched all the way to the Pacific. In that period of time, they weren't known as that, of course, but I can't remember what we used to call them.
Oh my goodness.
If you went halfway north and turned west, you'd run into some islands about 1,500 miles west of here. They're called the Rocky Mountains.
It is like 30 degrees. I'm driving into Rock Springs to go to Devil's Sinkhole. Now you can only do this via a tour. So the tour is at 10:30 in the morning. I think there's one at 1 o'clock or later in the day. So I'm going to do the 10:30 one, and it's about 10 miles from here. But you have to meet at the Rock Springs Visitor Center. And this is the little town of Rock Springs. And it's about an hour from Kickapoo. So it's a good kind of triangle that I'm doing. After the tour, I'll go to Garner State Park and go hike up another mountain. You weren't able to see the video, but it's all run by volunteers, and this was discovered in the 1800s, and originally it was going to be called the Access to Hell. So they renamed it Devil's Sinkhole, so that's good. So now I'm just following this lady to the tour, so it shouldn't take very long. I think you just basically look inside it. I don't think we get to rappel down and, you know, go cave dwelling or anything. So this is good, and after this I'll go to Garner State Park, so this shouldn't probably take very long. It's $8 standard. I don't think there's any discounts for veterans, but I'm always mindful, like I generally just won't ask for a discount if it's something like this, because they generally need every dollar they can get. So an extra dollar of mine is no big deal for me. And yeah, so let's leave Rock Springs and head to the access to hell. It's like, go to hell. I did today. Shut up. So this is a restricted area, and the tour guide has to open the gate. The turn is a little bit, it kind of sneaks up on you. So I may have cornered that corner on 2 wheels, but anyway, so this is it, and in we go.
It doesn't look the best at the cold and dry season, but it's still very soft.
That's pretty cool. It looks like a romaine lettuce. It's a really hairy one.
I think it feels like cloth.
Yeah, it's like toilet paper. So that was cool. So Emma was the tour guide. She's been doing tours since she was 7 years old. So her dad was a tour guide, and then she got into it. So that was pretty cool. Not a lot to really look at. The bats, which are Mexican migrating bats, are actually in Mexico right now. So, so I keep getting to like focus my window there. Anyway, so yeah, that's cool. So it was probably, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, but we talked about the different flora and fauna and different things about the sinkhole and you know, just like what she's done in her life. So I probably spent longer there than most people would, but I definitely think that it's a great stop, especially if you're checking out some of the state parks in the area. Come out to Devil's Sinkhole. You can only access through a tour, and I highly recommend the tour. The video was super interesting that you have to watch at the beginning as well at the visitor center. So now I'm heading to Garner State Park, and I'm going to be there pretty early, which means I can leave early tomorrow and head up to Kerrville and probably head into Austin and get some rock climbing. I want to try a different rock climbing place though. I think hopefully there might be one in San Antonio that I could do instead. So I'm going to check that out, and then I'll do a rock climbing video a bit later. So, okay, so that's that. It's warming up. It's about 50 degrees now, and the sun is out. So yeah, so me and Bucky here, we're going to head out to the next place.